Good morning, everybody. Today is Monday, June 8th. Wishbone and I are very happy you're joining us. We're happy to be here. It's going to be a great day today. The weather looks like it's going to be wonderful. Wow, we've been doing these little broadcasts in the mornings for 58 consecutive days. So we just have one more day tomorrow that we'll be doing it. I've really loved doing these with you. It really gives me a sense of purpose every morning, gives Wishbone a sense of purpose because he knows exactly what we're to do. And we're happy that you've been able to join us. So we'll do some of the usual things that we do every day. But I do want to mention that tomorrow at noon, we'll be doing a clap out for all of our students in Mount Lebanon. So wherever you are, whatever you're doing at 12 noon on Tuesday, June 9th, we'll do a clap out and kind of celebrate and honor our fifth graders, our eighth graders, our first graders, our kindergartners, our juniors, our sophomores, everybody on that last day of school. So I hope you'll join me at noon tomorrow for the great Mount Lebanon clap out. Should remind you that lunch and breakfast is always available for you from 11 to 1 at entrance C20 at the high school. And again, I can't say enough about Mr. Fetchko, Mr. Sabin, and Chef Dave, and all of our food service workers for working hard each day to make sure that we had a lunch and a breakfast for you. And they added some hot entrees a couple weeks ago. And the good news is we'll be doing this at least through the end of June. So even though school will be over, we will still be serving lunch to you, lunch and breakfast every day at least until the end of June, and we hope to extend it beyond that. So even though we're in the green zone right now, we still have to practice good hygiene. So washing your hands for 20 seconds or longer, covering your mouth or nose if you sneeze or cough, avoid touching your face, clean high-touch surfaces often, practice good physical distancing. So again, keeping 6 feet between you and other people, and continuing to wear a mask in public places. It protects you and it protects others. Each day, I remind you about the importance of self-care. We know that life is stressful, it's inevitable, but the effects are not. And self-care is any activity that we deliberately do in order to take care of our mental, emotional, and physical health. So those are the big four always: eat well, sleep well, move well, and think well. So there are a lot of difficult and challenging events going on in our world right now, but have no doubt we are going to get through this. There are a lot of smart, energetic, and thoughtful people guiding us through this difficult time and looking for a peaceful way to a better way. So we'll get through this together, have no doubt. So let's spend some time doing a little mindfulness. So we know that research shows us that mindful practices help us focus, give us greater control over our emotions, and increase our capacity to think clearly and act with purpose. So mindful practices actually do help in the fight against implicit bias and its capacity to cause explicit suffering in our lives. And while we won't end racism, mindfulness and other contemplative practices do support ways of being in the world that reflect less of the biases that each of us holds. So mindfulness can help us in these important ways. So this morning, I want to make sure that our friends have enough time to be on a screen with you, because they really like being here. And I love that they join me each morning. So we have two friends, Bob and Milton. Good morning, guys. How are you today? Well, they're very talkative. And you know what? They've always been very good friends, even from the beginning. And we thank them for joining us each morning. So we're going to do some breathing. And we know that breathing helps stimulate our parasympathetic nervous system, which leads to some calmness. It brings in oxygen in and carbon dioxide out. And there's Wishbone. Wishbone wants to get on the breathing act too. So let's just do some deep breaths. So 3 deep breaths, 1 in through the nose and out through the mouth. Ready, everybody? Wishbone, you ready? Okay, in through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Well, great. Wishbone, thanks for joining us. Bob. They like Wishbone too, so we're happy that they're all with us. So again, just taking those deep breaths. And sometimes we just need to pause and take a few deep breaths. Right, Wishy? So Wishbone really wants to be up here today. So another thing that we talk about often is the importance and how the potential good that journaling can do. So I've often talked about writing prompts and describing what your perfect day looks like, making a list of things that make you happy. So today, my prompt for me was 3 things I'm thankful for. So I'm thankful for my friends and colleagues. So I have a lot of colleagues that I work with here at school. Those are other principals and other administrators, and I'm thankful for them every day. I'm thankful for this opportunity because each morning I get to talk with you and be with you and share a couple ideas with you. And I'm also thankful that we have a community who cares about the people who live here. So those are the 3 things that I'm very thankful for. And if you have time today, write something in your journal about the things that you're thankful for. And it's always a nice way to begin your day with thinking about the things that you're thankful for. So let's do some meditation. And again, meditation is one mindful strategy. And as always, it's an invitation. It helps us become a little bit more self-aware, and we open to our own thoughts and ideas. And we're open to the thoughts and ideas of others. So meditation is one way to do that. So I invite you to join me. And if you just like to sit and be quiet for a minute, or just sit and take a little bit of a rest, you can do that also. But let's start in the usual way and find a comfortable place to sit. And put our feet flat on the floor and sit up straight. And if you're comfortable, you can close your eyes, or you can just gaze down. Let's take a few deep breaths. And let's bring ourselves into this space. And that's by paying attention to what's happening now. And that could be the sounds you hear, the birds, furnace, somebody talking in another room, or the things we smell. Can we smell some toast from this morning? That brings you into this space. You're totally present, not worried about the past, not worried about the future, just being here in this present moment. And let's check in with our bodies. How are we feeling today in general? And let's check out our individual body parts, and we'll start at the very top of our head. Slowly scan down to our toes, just noticing and moving. And let's see if we can find our breath. Sometimes it helps to put your hand on your stomach or on your chest. Just see if you can feel that expansion and contraction. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. And if we get distracted by thoughts or sounds or feelings, just gently bring them back to your breath. Just noticing your breath again. And when you're ready, bring yourself back into the space, things you hear, things you smell. Let's take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. And sometimes it helps to put a smile on your face before you open your eyes or look out. Put a smile on. And when you're ready, just open your eyes. And we can stretch just a little bit. And I'm thankful that you joined me today. And we'll end like we usually do with a little mindful self-compassion. And you can repeat quietly to yourself, may I be happy. May I be healthy. And may I be peaceful. Thank you, everybody. And Wishbone, you've been so good. A little piece of cheese.